I'm Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
What's your name?
Oh, Claire. Sorry.
That's okay. So you came last week and you did your intake and all your evaluations.
Yes.
So what do you want to talk about today?
Well, I need to make some healthier life choices, especially like concerning stress.
Okay. So why are you so stressed out?
I think it's just like a combination of a lot of things, but mainly I think it's like the relationship between like my family members and me.
Okay. So what's causing tension in your relationship between your family?
Well, like my sister has or had a boyfriend who was like not good for her and like not healthy, and he actually like got into a fight with my brother and like threatened to kill him, and now she's like not, and my dad like doesn't want that around our family.
Right.
And he told her that like he isn't welcome around us anymore, and she said like we don't want him around you either, because if he's comfortable with saying that to your family, like we don't know what he would say to you or what he'd do and stuff, and she's not wanting to leave him. And my parents like have to think about, like, they said that they have to think about like us too, like the other kids, and like they told her practically like it's either us or him.
Okay. So do you feel like this is affecting you a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you close with your sister?
I mean, we were close, but like since she did get her boyfriend, like we're not close anymore.
Okay. So do you feel like it's affecting you, like, in your everyday life, or just affecting you when you're with your family?
Yeah, I'd say it's affecting me in my everyday life, because
Okay.
like I think about it, like whenever I'm in class, or like someone will say something and it reminds me of it, and I just start to get stressed out.
Yeah. So besides it being like obviously a really big, issue within your family, what stresses you out the most about it?
I think it's definitely like the fear for her safety.
Okay.
I think that's like my main fear, and like that's what really stresses me out. But also like she, like, I don't know if she's going to be home, like, because we live together. Like, I don't know like whenever she's going to be home, and like she's been late with helping pay for the bills, and like I'm worried about her health and stuff. And
Okay. So have you talked to her at all since any of this has happened?
I mean, I've tried, but she's told me that she doesn't want to talk to me.
Okay. So it's almost like you feel like it's kind of becoming your fault in a way, and it's stressing you out.
Yeah, it kind of. It's like I'm stuck between like a rock and a hard spot. And like I know that changes need to be made, but I don't know.
Okay. So what kind of changes would you like to see be made?
I would like to see her, like, she is like the older sister, so I would like to see her to start like acting like the older sister, and like I would like for her to kind of understand like where the rest of us are coming from.
Right.
Because I feel like she's not really like paying attention to like us and stuff.
Right. So, so do you think it's more of a change that she needs to be making and less of a change you need to make? Or do you feel like you guys need to adapt a little bit better to the situation?
I think like we should work on it together, but I'm like I don't handle stress very well.
Okay.
And so like I think that's like one part that I need to work on.
Okay.
Is
your coping skills.
My coping skills, yeah.
Okay. So have you tried any coping skills? Have you reached out to any other, resources or supports?
I mean, I've tried to like talk to other people like that I'm close with, like like my church leaders, or like but like I hate to kind of talk with them about this type of stuff, because they know like my family, and it's like I don't want to like just like kind of mess up like how they view them too, because they're not, I love my family and they're not bad people, but like what I have to say could be bad because that's how I'm feeling.
So it sounds like you're a little bit worried about like the confidentiality of it, and you don't know who to go to because you don't know who you can trust.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there any other things that are, like creating more of this stress for you, or is this just the main focus?
I mean, like, I'd say this is the main focus because, like, I've learned to deal with the other stress, like, in my life, like, with school and work and stuff. But this is just something else that is just, like, added on, and I can't. It's hard to deal with.
Okay. So, what options would you like to see yourself explore to help with this stress? Do you have any ideas of how you think it would be best to cope with it?
I think, like, maybe if I saw a counselor, I think I'd like to see, like, myself, like, do more things for me. Because, like, I am really busy, like, with school and work, and also, like, with this, like, I'd like to do more, I'd like to feel more comfortable with taking time out of the week to do things for me.
Right. Okay, so have you ever thought about creating, okay, so what are some hobbies that you like to do?
I like to go, like, hiking with my dog, and I like to knit.
Cool, okay. So have you ever created, like, almost like a schedule in a sense of ways for you to do things for you that could maybe help with your stress? Do you think that would be an option?
Yeah, I think that could be.
Okay. So how are some ways that we could create a plan of some sort that could help you cope with your stress? What are some ideas that you like to use?
I think, like, if I would set out, like, a time, like, maybe, like, an hour or so, like, at the end of the day, like, maybe right before I go to bed, like, to just do something for me, whether it's, like working on crafts or watching TV or something.
Right.
And then maybe, like, a day, like an afternoon or something on the weekend to go, like, hiking, because I really enjoy that. But I think, like, with that is, like, the problem is, like, my ability to, like, stick to
Good
schedule.
Yeah. So do you think that if you were able to consistently do one of these, like, self-care plans, do you think that maybe your sister would see that and it would affect her in any way? Or your family?
It probably would.
Okay. So maybe there's a way that you could, do the self-care plan and start trying to do your own thing, and hope that your sister would see it. Do you think that sounds like a good option?
That, I think, sounds like a good option. Because I think if I do that, like, I can also use that, like, the reasoning that, like, my sister and my family's going to see me doing it. And so, like, they might also, like, do it. And that gives me, like, more, like, justification.
Right.
To stick to the plan.
Okay. So maybe we can go ahead and end this session, and you can go home and work on your self-care plan and put it together and lay it out, and maybe come back with it next week and we can go over it together and just, go from there and see if it works, see how the relationships in your family are, in 7 days, and go from there.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
Okay, awesome. Well, I will see you next week.
Okay.